Did you know there's an automatic kill switch on the fuel pump? Or that the car has a safety feature built in for when you drive into a lake? Here are 105 facts you did not know about the Ford Crown Victoria. 1. The Crown Victoria nameplate first appeared in 1955 as a premium trim for the Ford Fairlane, named for the unique crown of chrome across the roof. 2. It was one of the last passenger cars in the world to use body-on-frame construction, the same setup used for heavy-duty pickup trucks. 3. The heart of the beast is the 4.6-liter modular V8 engine, an engine famous for lasting over 500,000 miles with basic maintenance. 4. Despite being a symbol of American law enforcement, every single Crown Vic was assembled at the St. Thomas Assembly Plant in Ontario, Canada. 5. Police versions came with heavy-duty suspension, an external oil cooler, and a 140 miles per hour speedometer. 6. To protect officers from being stabbed through the seat, Ford added steel plates inside the front seat backs. 7. Most civilian models featured a front bench seat, allowing you to legally fit 6 people in the car. 8. The trunk is so massive, 20.6 cubic feet, that it can comfortably hold 4 full-size golf bags or enough groceries for a month. 9. A standard police Interceptor hits 60 miles per hour in about 8.2 to 8.7 seconds. Not a drag racer, but it will catch you eventually. 10. Despite being 17.5 feet long, its turning radius is surprisingly tight, making it more maneuverable than many modern SUVs. 11. These engines were designed to idle for 24 hours straight without overheating. Perfect for stakeouts or traffic duty. 12. The biggest weak spot of the 4.6-liter V8 was the plastic intake manifold, which was prone to cracking and leaking coolant. 13. It remained rear-wheel drive until the bitter end, making it a favorite for sideshow drifters and stunt drivers. 14. If you own a retired Interceptor, check the VINP71 is the classic police code. It changed to P7B for the final 2010 and 2011 models. 15. The Crown Victoria shares almost all its DNA with the Mercury Grand Marquis and the Lincoln Town Car. 16. When production ended in 2011, it was the last full-size rear-wheel drive V8-powered body-on-frame sedan in North America. 17. The very last Crown Victoria ever built was a white 2012 model exported to Saudi Arabia, where the car is still a cult icon. 18. After 2007, Ford stopped selling the Crown Victoria to the general public. You could only get one if you were a fleet buyer, such as police, taxi, or rental. 19. There is a long wheelbase version, the P70, that adds 6 inches of rear legroom, designed for taxi passengers. 20. The Crown Victoria has appeared in over 10,000 movies and TV shows, making it one of the most filmed cars in Hollywood history. 21. Because parts are so cheap and interchangeable, you can find almost any repair part at a local scrapyard for under $50. 22. In 2004, Ford offered optional Kevlar-lined front doors to protect officers during shootouts. 23. Despite being out of production for over a decade, thousands of Crown Vics are still in active service today as taxis and security vehicles. 24. The front doors on a Crown Victoria are identical to the ones on a Mercury Grand Marquis, making body repairs incredibly cheap. 25. Police Interceptors featured a true dual exhaust with an H-pipe configuration, giving them that distinct low-frequency V8 growl. 26. The 4.6-liter engine has a limp home mode. If it loses all coolant, it will alternate firing cylinders to pump air through the engine and keep it from melting. 27. Unlike modern cars with donut spare tires, every Crown Vic was designed to hold a full-size matching spare tire in the trunk without losing much cargo space. 28. The frame rails have specific crumple zones designed to fold in a specific way during a high-speed collision, protecting the cabin. 29. Police models have a dark car feature a specific wire or software setting that prevents any interior lights from turning on when the doors open. 30 higher-end civilian models came with rear AIR bags for a smoother ride, though many owners swap them for steel springs when they eventually leak. 31. The P-71 police package was equipped with a 200-amp alternator to power sirens, radios, laptops, and light bars simultaneously. 32. Ford advertised that the Crown Vic could go 100,000 miles before its first scheduled tune-up. 33. Later models have a digital idle hour meter. 1 hour of idling is generally considered equivalent to about 33 miles of driving. 34. Following safety concerns, Ford offered an optional fire suppression system for police models that would blast the undercarriage with flame retardant in a rear-end crash. 35. In 2003, Ford upgraded the rear suspension to a Watts linkage system, which greatly improved the car's stability in corners. 36. Because the engine bay is so massive, enthusiasts regularly swap in 5.0-liter Coyote engines or even 5.4-liter V8s from Ford trucks. 37. There is a popular do-it-yourself transmission modification named after Ford engineer Jerry Wroblewski that makes the shifts faster and more durable. 38. The iconic honeycomb grille isn't just for looks. It is designed to provide maximum airflow to the radiator during high-speed pursuits. 39. Civilian models usually had a highway-friendly 2.73 gear, while Interceptors often had 3.27 or 3.55 gears for better off-the-line acceleration. 40. In 1998, Ford upgraded the Crown Victoria to 16-inch wheels specifically to accommodate larger, more powerful brakes. 41. Starting in 2008, the Crown Victoria became E85 flex fuel capable, allowing it to run on ethanol blends. 42. At its peak, the Crown Victoria accounted for over 90% of the New York City taxi fleet. 43. The Vic nickname. Enthusiasts called it Vic, and fleet mechanics often referred to them simply as Panthers. 44. In the mid-1990s, the Russian government actually purchased a fleet of Crown Victorias to serve as high-speed interceptors in Moscow. 45. Some taxi fleets in cities like Chicago reported Crown Victorias reaching 800,000 miles on the original frame. 46. The last time you could get a manual transmission in a full-size Ford sedan was the 1950s. The Crown Victoria was strictly automatic only for its entire life. 47. In the early 1990s, you could order a futuristic digital instrument cluster with green glowing vacuum fluorescent displays. 48. Despite being rear-wheel drive, it has a surprisingly balanced weight distribution of approximately 54% to 46%, which helps its predictable handling. 49. The Crown Vic was one of the first cars to popularize the 5-button door keypad, a feature Ford still uses today. 50. Over 1.5 million Crown Victorias were produced between 1992 and 2011 alone. 51. 2003 was the Goldilocks year. Ford completely redesigned the frame, moving to hydroform steel and changing the entire front suspension geometry. Before 2003, the Crown Victoria used recirculating ball steering like a tractor. In 2003, it finally got modern rack and pinion steering for better feel. In the 2003 update, the rear shocks were moved to the outside of the frame rails, drastically reducing the boat-like body roll in corners. 52. Despite being a V8, early 4.6-liter models did not have no knock sensors. They were not added until the power-improved engine era. 53. The cooling fan on a police interceptor is a high-speed, brushless motor that can move enough air to keep the engine cool, even in 120-degree desert heat. 54. Some luxury trims came with dual sun visors, allowing you to block the sun from the front and the side at the same time. 55. The Crown Victoria was one of the first cars to receive a 5-star frontal crash test rating for both the driver and the passenger from the NHTSA. 56. On civilian models, the power seat controls are located on the door panel, Mercedes style, rather than on the side of the seat. 57, unlike its cousin the Mercury Marauder, every single Crown Victoria left the factory with a column-mounted shifter to make room for equipment or a third passenger. 58, a fully loaded Interceptor weighs roughly 4,100 pounds, giving it a ride quality that owners describe as floating on a cloud. 59, a Crown Victoria appeared in the James Bond film Casino Royale. Bond actually drives a rental version in the Bahamas. 60. Fans of the car refer to the 1998 to 2011 generation as the Whale because of its smooth, rounded, and massive body shape. 61. Ford produced a dedicated compressed natural gas version of the Crown Vic, mostly used by airport taxi fleets. 62. Civilian models are usually limited to about 106 to 110 miles per hour because their tires were not rated for higher speeds. 63. If you see a Crown Vic at night, you can recognize it by the wide spacing of the headlights, a look specifically designed to make it look imposing. 64. In the 2020s, the Cletus McFarlane Spectator Drags Racing Series caused a massive spike in Crown Vic prices because people were buying them just to crash them. 65. Even though Ford stopped making them 15 years ago, you can still find new old stock parts in Ford dealerships today because they made so many. 66. The 4.6-liter V8 water pump is designed with a weep hole that points exactly at the ground, so mechanics can diagnose a failure without even opening the hood. 67. Because the car is statistically driven by older people and is incredibly safe, insurance premiums for Crown Vics are among the lowest for any V8 vehicle. 68. You can wake a Crown Vic by simply swapping the rear differential gears to a 3.73 or 4.10 ratio, and it transforms the car's acceleration. 69. Despite being rear-wheel drive, the heavy weight over the rear wheels, especially with a full tank of gas, makes it surprisingly capable in the snow with good tires. 70. A common Crown Vic ghost is the wipers turning on by themselves. This is usually caused by grease buildup in the multifunction switch. 71. One of the few major recalls involved the electric cooling fan motor, which could overheat and start a fire in models from the early 2000s. 72. Many enthusiasts buy civilian models with lower miles and better care and swap in all the police heavy-duty parts for the ultimate reliable daily driver. 73. You can jack up a Crown Vic from almost anywhere on the massive steel frame without worrying about bending a pinch weld. 74. The final Crown Victoria ever produced for the U.S. market was built on September 15, 2011. 75. To this day, the silhouette of a Crown Victoria is the universal symbol for police on Google Maps and GPS navigation systems. 76. From 1983 to 1986, Ford sold two different cars called LTD. One was a mid-size car based on the Fairmont, and the other was the LTD Crown Victoria we know and love. 77. Professional stunt drivers for movies often install a kill switch for the brake lights on Crown Vics, so the lights do not give away that they are braking during a chase scene. 78. While production ended in 2011, many movies filmed in 2013 and 2014 used faked Crown Vics with updated LED headlights to make them look like new models. 79. Before 1991, you could get a Crown Victoria as a wood-paneled station wagon called the Country Squire. 80. Some retired police Vics have been found with over 16,000 idle hours. That is nearly 2 full years of the engine running non-stop without moving an inch. 81. The 4.6-liter V8 can survive a total loss of coolant by deactivating cylinders and using them as air pumps to cool the engine block while you drive to a shop. 82. The Crown Vic has a factory battery saver that automatically shuts off interior lights after 30 minutes to ensure the car always starts, even if a door is left open. 83. The trunk floor is raised so high because it is designed to allow the car to remain buoyant for a short time if it is driven into a lake or river. 84. In Men in Black, the red button was real, but the car was not a Crown Vic yet. It was its older brother, the 1987 LTD Crown Victoria. 85, the car driven by Seth Rogen and Bill Hader in Superbad is a 1999 P71 that was actually a retired unit from the LAPD. 86, Hollywood keeps Stunt Ready. Crown Vics that have their engines pushed back and cages installed so they can be flipped and crashed repeatedly. 87, sound designers often use the specific starter motor whine of a Ford 4.6-liter V8 to signal to the audience that a government car is arriving on screen. 88, many police models had a trunk release that functioned even without the ignition on, allowing fast access to gear during an emergency. 89, the original 1950s Crown Victoria used a Ford-O-Matic 3-speed transmission, while the modern version never moved past a 4-speed. 90, the factory in Canada that built the Crown Vic was so efficient it could produce one car every 60 seconds at peak capacity. 91, statistically, a Crown Victoria is 10 times more likely to reach 200,000 miles than a modern mid-size sedan. 92. For 1 year only, Ford made the Touring sedan. It featured a unique dual exhaust, fat tires, and a specialized interior, and it is essentially the rarest civilian Crown Vic ever sold. 93. If you get into a collision, a gravity switch in the trunk automatically cuts the fuel pump to prevent a fire. If your car will not start after a bump, you have to manually reset the button. 94. By 2006, the Crown Victoria accounted for nearly 70% of all police vehicles in the United States. 95. Rick Grimes's patrol car in the first episode of The Walking Dead is a 2001 Crown Vic, and fans have recreated it in real life down to the exact precinct decals. 96. From Need for Speed to Grand Theft Auto, the police cruiser in gaming is almost always a legally distinct version of the Crown Vic. 97. When Ford replaced the Crown Vic with the Taurus Interceptor, many departments complained because the Taurus was smaller, harder to work on, and had a higher floor. 98. There are documented cases of taxi fleets in New York City reaching 1 million miles on the original chassis with multiple engine swaps. 99. The frame is so strong that Vic owners often use their cars to tow other cars, despite the official 1,500-pound tow rating. 100. The interior emergency trunk release glows in the dark for up to 24 hours. Most cars only glow for 2 hours. 101. While the United States never got a manual, Ford produced a very small number of manual transmission LTD versions for the Mexican Federal Police in the early 1990s. 102. Every body panel on the car is stamped with a small Ford logo in a hidden spot to help police identify if a car has been rebuilt with aftermarket parts. 103. The 1992 to 1997 models have secondary hood latches hidden behind the corners of the grille, specifically to prevent the hood from flying open during high-speed PIT maneuvers. 104. If your digital dash turns orange, it is not a feature. It is a specific solder failure on the motherboard that only affects the 1992 to 1994 models. 105. The last person to drive the final Crown Vic off the assembly line was a 30-year veteran of the St. Thomas plant who had helped build the very first 1979 Panther. That's it. 105 facts about the glorious Ford Victoria. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe for more.